Hi there, Perfecto Castro here and welcome to my channel. I hope you're having a great day. Donner sent me their Livejack Lite 2-in 2-out audio interface to use in this video. And in full disclosure, Donner is also paying for the video production. So what I figured I'll do is I will write a backing track and I will use the Livejack Lite as my primary audio interface to record all the parts for it. That way, towards the end of this video, there will be a backing track for you guys to play over and have fun with. And I'll also give away this Livejack Lite audio interface, and I will tell you how I'm gonna do it at some random point in this video, so make sure to watch the entire thing. Thank you, Donner, for again sponsoring another video of mine. Now I'm gonna roll this unboxing clip while I tell you all about the specs of the Donner Livejack Lite audio interface. Here we go. The Donner Livejack Lite is a 2-in 2-out USB-C audio interface, though I do have to mention that it is a USB 2.0 device. So you'll need a USB 2.0 compliant port on your computer to be able to use it. Channel 1 uses a combo input that accepts either an XLR or 1/4-inch jack. It also features a Class A Dyna microphone preamp, which gives your vocal recordings a brighter and more open sound. You can hear this in this voiceover as I am recording it using the Donner Livejack Lite's Channel 1 right now. And if you need to use a condenser mic, there is switchable 48 volts phantom power. Channel 2 only uses a 1/4-inch input, though both channels have an input switch that lets you select between instrument or line input so that you can use it with most kinds of instruments. You also get a direct monitoring feature that lets you hear what you're playing in real time without the effects of computer latency. The Donner Livejack Lite uses studio-grade converters for up to 24-bit and 192 kilohertz resolution for both recording and playback. There's also a built-in headphone amplifier with its own volume knob for personal monitoring. And the rear of the Donner Livejack Lite has a pair of TRS balanced outputs to connect your monitor speakers to. You can use the Donner Livejack Lite on both Macs and PCs. For Macs, all you need to do is plug it in and it is ready to play. For PC users, you need to go to the Donner website to download the necessary drivers. Okay, now to make things interesting, I'm going to go live on my Instagram account and take in requests and suggestions as to what kind of backing track I'm going to write for this video. Here we go. Okay, so I am taking in requests. So what I am going to ask for you guys is what style backing track you want me to play, want me to write, rather, and then what the key is, and also the tempo. Okay, so let's see. So we have a request for neo soul, one for funk, blues. Okay. Oh, actually, what might help is if I show you the kind of guitar that I'll be using. I'll be using the Donner thin line semi-hollow body, which has humbuckers. So I can play some funky stuff on it, but might not sound funk, but we'll see. I think I'm gonna combine everything. Maybe a funky beat with a bluesy progression and a neo soul tone. How's that? Okay, so we'll start with the drums. I am using Logic Pro because I am on a Mac. So let's see, funky songwriter drummer. I always start with a drum beat. Okay, how fast? Medium tempo, slow, fast, groovy. So it's a funky beat, and then I'm going to figure out a bluesy progression. Okay, so since I am going to go straight into my computer, I'm going to dial up virtual amp, and let's fire up amplitude. Why don't we? Okay, so next question. What key do you guys want this in? E flat, G, key of B flat for blues. Okay, B flat. Okay, see progression, B flat, maybe B flat minor. So we now have our loop with the rhythm guitar. Time for some bass. So I'm going to use this baby bass right here by Phoebus. Gauge strings, these are Diodario strings that are specially made for this style of bass. So unfortunately, even if you want to change the strings or change the string gauge, you are stuck with this. Again, I'm primarily a guitar player, but if you're and if you're also a guitar player who wants to play bass, make sure you don't go make sure you don't go that, because bass is not a 4-string guitar. I actually have a video talking about that topic on my YouTube, so you guys can go check that out. Anyway, so I'm gonna play back this track and I will just jam over it a little bit and see what I can come up with. Okay, I think I want to put one more guitar part in just to make it more interesting. Okay, so I think I have the track where I want it to sit. And let me show you guys what I did mixing wise. So I have looped the parts, as you can see on screen. 6 repeats. This is around 3 minutes or so. 3 minutes and 15 seconds. That's a good enough length to jam over. And I have looped the MIDI, drums, the bass, and both guitars. And let me show you what I did to the bass EQ wise. I ran it through a bass amp, just Logic's stock bass amp, and this is based on an Ampeg B15 flip top amp. Nice and round. And then I also tucked in the EQ a little bit. So I activated the low pass filter, and I tucked in the woofiness at around 130 hertz because it was fighting with the guitar a little bit. Now let me show you the guitar EQ. And the key to EQing guitar and bass is to tuck the frequencies that are clashing. So in this case, the guitar has 136 hertz boosted up to counter this little tuck right here. So I dipped 130 hertz to let the guitar shine through in that position. Then let me show you what I did with the amplitude plug-in real quick. So there's a tube compressor in the chain, and I just set that so it is just barely compressing. I pretty much left the patch alone. This is the SRV Clean and Solo, which I figured was appropriate for this track since it's kind of a blues track. I did have the volume rolled down on the guitar. That's why this sounds really clean. Okay, so for guitar 2, I only have the amplitude track in there, and I BPM sync the chorus and the tremolo. That way it doesn't fight with the track. And then I dulled down the presence and treble because being played in the high register, it sounded a little too pokey in that department. And there is a bunch of reverb on here as well. So you can see that. I raised the mix and then I lowered the volume of the track, as you can see there. That way it sounds like that guitar part is in the back of the room and it won't fight with the other instruments that are in the front. And then for the drums, We started out with a pretty much a rock sounding studio drum set sound. And I think I will go with slow jam. It's a bigger and fuller sound, and I find that this supports the other tracks quite nicely. Nice and fat and warm. Now for the order of priority as far as volume goes, since this is an instrumental track, the drums take precedence, so the kick is at the forefront, followed by the snare, and then everything else. So in this case, I have the kick, the snare, a little bit of the bass, the guitars are on the sides, and that will leave plenty of room for everybody else to solo over. Now finally, for the master bus, I strapped on Isotope's Ozone 9 just to level everything out and give it a more polished feel. So without it, and then engage, it just makes it pop. Okay, so I am going to render this, and you can now jam to this track. Okay, giveaway time. To win this Donner Livejack Lite audio interface, I want you to type hashtag DonnerRocks in the comment section below. And after 48 hours of this video going live, I will randomly pick a winner, and I will send this very Livejack Lite audio interface to you wherever you are in the world. And in case you're watching this after the giveaway has ended, I will have an affiliate link to the Donner Livejack Lite in the video description, so go check it out. Now if you dug this video, please give it a thumbs up like, hit subscribe if you haven't yet, and make sure to ring that bell. Now go grab your guitar and play over this sexy blues backing track in B flat minor. You all know the drill. Practice makes perfecto. Cheers, guys.